how's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a good start to the week. I just got through eating lunch at this little park that I've been out to before, the one that's got the natural springs and stuff flowing out of it. And I remembered that my good buddy tagged me in a video. So I have been tagged and summoned by the great Mother Locust, oh save me, Papa Dog Coon himself, to do an EDC fire video, only using what you have in your EDC. All joking aside, my good buddy, Mr. Jeff Courtney, tagged me to do a video based on what I carry in my EDC and whether or not I can start a fire with it. On a side note, if you're ever wondering what PPP means, the little ninjas that I sneak into the video, all those little sayings, what I just said just now about Mother Locust, oh save me, and Papa Dog and all that stuff, they're all inside jokes that happen from the trips that I've been on, most of them with Jeff and some of my other buddies. So if you want to know what that stuff means, the best way to figure it out and to be a part of it is to come to one of the events or one of the gatherings that we go to. I guarantee you 100% you will hear about it, you will be filled in on it, and you might even enjoy it. And you know, then you could be a part of it and actually know what it truly means to be a PPP ninja. I don't know why, but every time I come here, I've got to get off the little sidewalk area before the nature preserve area and come down here and look in the creek, go under the bridge, and it's just kind of like the little boy in me, I guess. You know, like when we were kids and you'd always go and play underneath bridges and in creeks and stuff. Unfortunately, this one most of the time has trash and stuff in it, but it's pretty clear. I've seen this thing swollen huge. There's actually a pretty deep little hole right here too that when it warms up a little bit, I'm planning on using my little fly rod and coming in here and trying to catch. There's a lot of little brim and stuff in this. It's also really cool when you're down around creeks to look at the animal sign and the tracks. So you can see an animal came down right there and kind of slid to a stop because the print's messed up, and planted a foot here. And then another one came down here. Those are some coon, and this looks to be a coyote or a small dog, but the same thing. This print here is shoved forward, and then this is a full slide. Looks like his foot, and they came to get drinks, and then get those little tiny small coon prints. It's just cool stuff, you know. All animals have to come and get a drink, and it's cool to see what they do around the water. Here's them going up the hill. You can kind of tell his prints are a lot deeper because he's pushing harder to climb up. There's another spot there that shows where his back foot slid off that dirt mound and caused the track to break up. I'm no expert at all, but I do try to read and study what I can about animal movement and tracks. It's just really cool to me. Their whole little world and their little life going on with or without me out here, you know. All right, so now that we're back on track, I am headed back into the little nature preserve area. Have to do a little small hike, cross the creek. Hopefully it's not too high for me to cross, and yeah, find a little spot to do this little challenge real quick. I literally only have what's on me and my tripod and my cable here to help extend the microphone. No idea what that is. Looks like someone hung a piece of fruit or something up. This has got to just be one of my favorite places in my area. It really is like a little hidden treasure for living in the city. You kind of have this environment where you've got the creek and it's constantly flowing. There's springs coming out of the ground over there like I showed you, and it's kind of open, and there's a lot of tall oaks and scrub brush, and then all of a sudden the trail turns off and you go into what most of my area looks like. If this trail wasn't here, you're looking at just super thick, overgrown, jungle looking stuff. And in the springtime, I'll definitely be coming back here, but in the springtime it is so thick you can't see anything through it. So I just really like the change in scenery that this place has, and it's actually pretty clean. I like that, and they just kind of leave it the way it is. You don't see them coming through and doing a lot to the trail. It's normally covered in leaves and dirt and stuff. But yeah, just wanted to kind of give you a peek around. Look how that's twisted and bent over. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get some of the cedar bark. So in my video about making the Christmas wreaths, this is the perfect kind of stuff you're going to be looking for. It's normally green and it's pretty straight. It doesn't have a lot of knots on it, and there's a lot of it in this area. It's all right here. Here's some good ones that I normally use for the base of the wreath. I had a guy ask me a question about what kind of vines and stuff I used. That's like the main vine that all this grows off of, but this is the kind of stuff you're looking for if you want to make those wreaths. The other vines that you'll see most often are either the water vines or the grapevines. I can't remember what the name of these are called, but this is going to be like your grapevine and water vines, and it doesn't work as well. It's not as flexible. This is one of the bigger cottonwoods in this area. Can always tell you're getting close to a cottonwood because it throws its leaves everywhere. I mean, it's crazy how far out its leaves will fall, and these are cottonwood leaves. Oh, I can't stop sneezing. All the animals are scared away. All the animals are scared away. Alright, so as ironic as what it is, this is actually the spot that I filmed my EDC video at a while back. I've done a little day hike kit here before, and I really like it. It's actually kind of torn up right now from some of the storms that we've had and the flooding and stuff. A lot of trash and everything in the way, but I still got a nice little area right here that I can do this video tag real quick. Basically, it's just a simple tag. He said what you actually carry with you in your EDC every day, like what you actually always carry. How can you start a fire with it? So I kind of have a couple of ideas because I've got more than one way to start a fire, but nothing has really changed with my EDC from that video that I filmed, and I'll put the link to that video in the description box. But I always carry a Bic lighter. That's a given. I could probably get a fire going with anything out here right now. And then I always carry my ferro rod. This is the Light My Fire Swiss Army model and the striker. So what I have planned is to start a fire using that cedar bark that I collected with my ferro rod. Also, this cordage that is on my ferro rod is the fire cord. My buddy Adam gave me this, and it's one of those things that it's nice to have, but I've never actually used it. So I'm going to cut a little piece of this off too and give this a shot. And then besides that, I've got my knife. This is actually my EDC knife that I carry all the time here in my state in Texas. This is a legal carry. It's the LT Wright Next Gen, and this is one that I got it from calling in last year as a Pat House member at Blade Show. It's a key stamp one. It's kind of a special one-off one, but I really like this. It's got I like EDC knives that have a full-size handle. There's nothing that bothers me more than having a knife that it doesn't feel like you've got enough to grip, and this actually has a full-size handle. So this will be my knife that I can use to cut the cordage or scrape up the cedar bark, whatever I need to do. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna do this. I found a brick here in the creek. There's a piece of glass. Here's some of the cedar bark that I gathered. It's actually way too much, so I can take some back with me in the truck to put it in the truck. But just use this brick as like a focal point or something So basically, this is, I don't know if it's actually true cedar. I think a lot of it's juniper. It can be pretty finicky as far as not wanting to take a flame, because I guess it's just the oils in it or something. But if you get it really, really nice and fine, it normally is pretty good. Alright, so let's give this a shot. Just use my ferro rod that I carry with me. Scrape off some of this oxidation. Alright. So that was pretty easy. See how it's this kind of, it likes to ember, but it'll go. All right, and we will use a little bit of this that's left over, and we'll now use some of this fire cord. So all I have is like a lanyard knot, so I can just pull this apart a little bit, and basically I just melted the ends so that it's harder for them to it's harder for the ends to pull out here. All right, so I will just cut a little section of this. I guess let's try about this much. We'll take my lighter and melt this back. So there's an inner strand in here that's supposed to be like tinder. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just it looks like it's just got some coating on it. It smells like it's got some stuff on it. So we'll just kind of mash this up. And see if we can get it to ignite. There it goes. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Huh. It just took a little bit. You can use the rest of that paracord too as an extender. It's actually still burning. It's cool stuff. All right, Jeff, that is my response to your tag video on starting a fire with just using your EDC. Again, I always have my fire ferro rod and striker, and then it's on this paracord or this fire cord. First time using it, and it worked out pretty well. The only downside I see is that you're going to be losing some paracord, but and then using my EDC blade. This is mainly the knife that I carry. I don't carry a folder anymore. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for tagging me, man. I guess I'll go ahead and tag a few people right here. Other than that, thanks for watching. Glad I could get out with you today for this quick little video. Thank you for listening to all my rambling, and join me in this little nature walk. I've got some cool stuff coming up. We're going to be filming again tomorrow. I got some free time, and gonna be doing some fun stuff. Some stuff about canteen kits, and comparing two very popular canteens and the pros and cons of both. Have a good one, everybody. Get outside and enjoy the outdoors.